Alright, so I'm back with another one of these reflection videos, and it's been a while. I was busy, I got COVID, but I'm back. And you know that I typically, I guess, talk about life experiences, life lessons that I've learned, and hope that maybe you watching this could receive something from it and maybe not have to, maybe make your life a little bit easier by sharing some of the things that I've learned. So, in this one, I'm going to be talking about overthinking versus trying and learning. And I actually have it scratched off here, overthinking versus failing and learning, but I think trying and learning sounds a little better. And I think everyone could relate to the idea of overthinking. You worry a lot, you think you don't know if you're doing the right thing, you don't know if you're going to do well, it's just a lot of like waste of time worrying that can't actually change the result of what you're going to do. Like it's better off just putting the effort into doing your best versus worrying about it, getting yourself all worked up, and then the outcome, you're not changing the outcome. So for me, I realized that became an issue in my life, just overthinking. And I realized that it was worth putting more energy into just picking a side, whether it would work out or not. It was just a lot easier to not worry about it, but to pick a side. And even if I was to fail, I would learn from it. And if I was to succeed, I would still learn from it. So it was ideally better to worry less in the beginning, just make a choice, and whichever thing was the outcome, learn from that experience. And strangely enough, I learned that through playing All Fours. And a few months ago, I started playing All Fours a lot again. And I used to play All Fours before, but a few months ago when I started back, I barely knew the rules. I really wasn't good. And I would sit down and I'm like trying to play the best move possible because we're playing with teams, right? So you don't want your partner Jack to get hung. You don't want to make a mistake. But I realized in all of those games, me overthinking did not change the decision that I wanted to make at the start of the turn. So if I had a queen and a three and I wanted to play the queen, me overthinking really changed that decision from playing the queen to whatever the numbers I said just now. Like majority of the time, whatever was in my heart to do the first time or from the beginning was the move I was going to make. So that's what I mean by overthinking didn't really change the decision, nor did it change the outcome. And in playing All Fours, I was bound to make mistakes. I was bound to lose plenty games. I was bound to get my partner's jack hung. Like it was going to happen because I was just getting accustomed to it. I was now getting accustomed to a game. I was now learning a game for the first time. And I was playing with people that were pretty good. So me wasting time overthinking didn't really make sense. And then the people that play with me are like, what are you thinking about? Like, why are you waiting so long? Like, just play what you want to play. And to be honest, that helped a lot in life. Like that life lesson in playing All Fours helped a lot in realizing that, again, if I wanted to play the queen, I was really going to think so much that I would change my choice to the other card. So I realized that even in the All Fours, and I started to put this into play in the All Fours, like I started to think, not necessarily I wasn't trying to win or trying to think about the best move, but if I knew that this was the move I wanted to make, I would just make it. And if my jack get hung and if my teammate get vexed, I would just then learn from that experience. So after the round is finished, I would ask questions like, okay, so what would have been the good move to play in that situation? What should I have really done here? So again, coming back to the title, instead of overthinking, you just make the move and you learn from it. You just make the play and you learn from it. Whether it's good or bad, whether you think you're going to succeed or not, you just make the play and you're able, after making the play, to learn. So that's kind of how I just carry forward in All Fours. I think I got a lot better now. I don't know. Some of you all that play with me, probably watching this video, could tell me if I've gotten better. I think I have. I know I have. But that was a interesting life lesson that I realized that I learned through All Fours because I'm really, like, it was bad. Like, I'd really sit down there and I'm like, what is the best move to make? And I'd realize that no amount of me thinking, because I didn't have the knowledge, because I didn't have the understanding, I wouldn't know the best move to make. So it was just better to play the move, whether it was right or wrong, and ask questions after to learn. So then the next game, I could say, all right, hey, I had this experience already. I know what the right move is to play now. Or at least I have a better understanding of how to read the game, how to play. You start to pay attention of counting the cards and stuff like that. So all that to say, maybe even with my walk with Christ, that in the beginning I wanted to always make the right move. I'm like, God, what is the right move to make? What is the right thing to do? What is the right thing to do here? And so many times you just really don't know what the right move is. But the thing that we can do is just make a choice and choose whether it's left or right. Like, I'm just going to choose left, and God, I think this is where I want to go. I think this is where you want me to go. I'm going to go this way. And if it's not the right way, I'm sure you will guide me to the right way. But instead of me just like half and bouncing back and forth, and then it's like, it's just building up anxiety and worry inside of me, I just go and do it. So even, all right, Breeze. So I could even say making this video took a while, and maybe I should have learned the lesson from this video before making the video, because making this video took a little while because I was dancing on the fence of like, do I really want to make this video? Am I like even thinking about like, am I worthy of making these videos? Am I worthy of talking about the gospel? And someone just kind of nudged me, and I said last night I did a little speech that kind of brought back a fire in me that made me realize or remember how nice it is to just talk, or I guess how much I like talking in general. And in liking talking, I could talk about the gospel. And even if I was to make a mistake or say something stupid, I know that I could just get feedback from people, and I know I could get counsel from people. So even a lesson learned in making the video, that it's just okay to just do it. You don't need to overthink, and you could learn. Like, it's good to ask questions. I think a lot too, kind of early in my walk with Christ. I guess I'm still early, but earlier in my walk with Christ, I felt like I should have known a lot of things, but then bit by bit I realized that I just didn't know, and it was better to ask questions. It was better to not necessarily seem dumb, but it was you're in a better position asking the question and learning than you are just thinking you should know the answer and not knowing. So ask questions, be willing to learn, be teachable, less overthinking, more trying, more succeeding, more failing, and more learning from the successes and the failures. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.